Welcome to Gift of Legacy. You have been given a sacred invitation, and you can only get into Gift of Legacy by invitation because this is a beautiful gifting activity that is designed to create abundance when we work together as a community. This presentation is for information sharing only, and it is not to be construed as financial advice. Neither myself nor any of the presenters of Gift of Legacy are registered financial or tax advisors. The information given here is intended only to give examples of what a participant may expect. So Gift of Legacy is a gifting activity and a website that drives the movement of monetary gifts between individuals across the world. It is a new way for communities to generate the perpetual movement of wealth between individuals, and it is a beautiful change in thinking where people join together to thrive and not merely survive. Together, we will color the world. Gift of Legacy is not a company or a business, and it is not owned by anyone. It is a website that drives the movement on boards, and it is purely peer-to-peer gifting. To date, Gracious Givers Movement, our non-profit company that is managed by our core team, have generously been covering the cost of ongoing development, service fees, and much more. All gifts given to GGM or our angel positions totally fund our worldwide gifting activity, and this is hosted on a platform that needs to be constantly maintained and upgraded as our community grows. There are huge monthly costs, and the community relies on gifts generated by GGM. Now, GGM, like every other position of the board, is not always in legend. So we do rely on donations from the community, and we don't ask for a membership fee because we're not a company, but we are bound to paying for our services monthly, and we appreciate when people do get gifts that they just share a little bit and help GGM. So what is Gift of Legacy all about? It is based on a wonderful sacred economics that traces back to the 1960s. It's been off the mainstream for decades. It's 100% legal, and it is part of our Ubuntu culture in Africa, where communities work together. It is a global gifting activity in over 100 countries where we uplift communities and create abundance and self-employment for all that get involved. It truly is more than just a gifting activity because we help each other grow and succeed while supporting each other and uplifting one another. You gift from your heart when you join as a gifter. When you're a builder, you share the love so that people can join you. You become a guide, and by this stage, you have a little team that you are guiding through the process. And when you become a legend, you receive in abundance, and that is when you truly build your legacy. We are a community with the same vision, and that is we want to change lives. So how do we start? Well, you always enter Gift of Legacy by gifting $100 to the legend on a board. We would never recommend that you join somebody without doing your due diligence and you check out the website. So make sure when you join, the only person that you are giving a gift to, an unconditional gift of $100, is the legend on the board that you will join. Very, very important. It's the one and only time that you will ever take money out of your own pockets. And remember that gifting is purely peer-to-peer. So 100% of all your gifts are sent directly to the legend on a board. We recommend using Airtime, PayPal, World Remit, Revolut, bank transfer, and especially gear yourself up with crypto, because crypto is the new way forward. It is the most seamless way to send money from across the globe, and we highly recommend it. We also remind you that there is never a middleman or a third party involved ever. So if somebody is asking you to give them your $100 and putting you on a spreadsheet, that is not in line with the guidelines of how to succeed on Gift of Legacy. We truly believe in you taking part in your own rescue. So how do we do this? We love calling it riding the boards of abundance. And when I explain, I would like you to focus on the yellow circle in the next few slides. This will represent you on your journey. But you join your board and gift your $100 to the legend. You share Gift of Legacy with like-minded and like-hearted people who will in turn do the same. We'll take a look at your journey through all the boards. There's a $100, a $400, a $1,600, and a $5,000 board. You'll start as a gifter, then builder, guide, and finally become a legend. You will receive gifts on your first cycle through the boards totaling $42,700, and on every perpetual cycle after that, all of your gifts will total $49,700. Let's go. So this is your first board. It is a bronze board. You will always start with $100. Nothing else, and definitely $100 is the bronze board. Once you get from gifter to builder to guide and then to legend, you will receive $800. And this is what your board looks like. So you will be a gifter, but you've got your left hemisphere over here, your right hemisphere over here, and of course there is only one legend. You've got a guide on either side of you, 2 builders on either side of them, and then 4 gifters on either side of the builders. So you will come in as gifter number 1 because builder number 2 would have invited you. And once all the other gifters come in, when one side is full, the legend can actually use the first 4 gifts to fast track to the silver board. And when they confirm the 4th gifter on the left side, the board will actually close. So with the first $400 gifts, we recommend fast tracking and joining your silver board. Then of course, because the legend gets 8 gifts, 8 gifters arrive on the board, and the legend would have received $800 in total. You will then move to the next board, which will then be the guide, now as a legend. The 2 builders that were on the one side over here now become the guide on either side, and the 4 gifters now become the 4 builders, 2 on each side. You will then invite your gifters, let's call them gifter A and gifter B, and of course another 6 gifters will follow after that. The legend will receive $800 in gifts, and of course the board will now spin. You will become a guide. Your 2 gifters become builder A and B, and then they will be bringing in their own people. So their own gifters will join. And as a guide, you will have your little team that has started. So the gifters C, D, E, and F will be with you. Remember, when one side fills, when one hemisphere fills with 4 gifters, the board will split off and the guide will become a legend. But this particular board will only complete once there are 8 gifters. So watch the space because we can come back here. But for the present moment, you will now, because the board is closed after gifter number F is confirmed, you will then become a legend on your own boards. Your original gifters will now be guides on either side of you, A and B, and then the gifters that were underneath your builders now follow them as builders underneath their guide positions. They will then bring in their gifters, which will be gifting you $800. $300 of this is yours to keep. So remember, $400 will take you to your silver board, $300 will line your pockets, and that last $100 will be to go back in so you can start all over again. But remember that board, your original board, remember one side had filled up but the other side hadn't. So when you have received all your 8 gifts and you decide to go on your perpetual journey, you will then come back to your original board, and the people that you brought in will follow you, and this will become your perpetual board. So just to recap, remember, you're going to use your first 4 gifts to go to silver, and you are going to hold back $100 to go to your perpetual bronze. So $500 will be to move to the next boards, and $300 is yours to keep on the first round. On your perpetual journey, everybody that came in after you will follow you back onto the boards, and if you've got a strong team, you will get to legend very, very quickly. Remember, the people that you bring in will always drive your movement through the perpetual and the higher boards. But we recommend that every time you get onto perpetual and you're in a builder position, that is when you should invite 2 more people, just to make sure that your riding of the boards of abundance is guaranteed perpetually, over and over again. And this time round, remember, because you're only using $100 for each perpetual journey, and you don't need to use $400 to go up to the next board, you get to keep $700 in every single round. Your silver board, board number 2, it is always a $400 entry. You would have used that with your first 4 gifts. And when you get to legend, because everybody that came in behind you on your first bronze will be following you here, you will receive 8 times $400, which is $3,200. So remember, your first 4 gifts you're going to use for your gold board. Make sure that you get your seat in the gifters position, and then you will use $400 for your perpetual silver. So of that, $2,000 will go to your perpetual rounds and your gold board, but this time you get to keep $1,200 in your pockets. On your perpetual journey, remember, everybody that you invited on your bronze board is going to stimulate your movement through your perpetual board. This time around, though, you get to keep $2,800 because you only need to keep $400 to go on your perpetual journey over and over again. Board number 3, your gold board. Remember, you took your first 4 positions. You got onto gold with your $1,600 entry, and everybody that follows you. And that's why it's so important to join all of the boards all the time, so that you can constantly support the people below you as well as them supporting you. When you get to legend, you will receive $12,800. Remember, your first 4 gifts you will use to go to the platinum board. Then your last gift you'll hold back for the perpetual board, and this time round you still get to keep $6,200 on gold. Absolutely amazing. Your perpetual journey, even better. This time round, remember, you are using $1,600 to go back in. So this means you get to keep $11,200 from each round in your pocket over and over again. Just make sure that the people are following you, because without your team following you, you are not going to move through the boards. Our final platinum board, $5,000 entry from your first 4 gifts on gold. And when you get to legend, you will receive $40,000. The wonderful thing is, it is our final board. So all you need to do is hold back your final $5,000 so that you can go back in, and you get to keep $35,000 on each round. It is exactly the same on your perpetual journey. Each time you receive, you get to keep $35,000. Remember, it is vitally important that we join every single board. And when you've got the opportunity, when you receive as legend, make sure you just join a board. It doesn't matter where you go, your team will always follow you. And if they don't follow you on the first round, they'll be following you on every other round. So just to recap, on your perpetual bronze, you get to keep $700. You use $100 to go back in each time. Your silver $400 round, you get to keep $2,800 because you're putting back the $400. You're going to support your team each time, over and over again. That is how we've designed Gifted Legacy. Your gold board, you're going to go perpetually each time. You're going to be using $1,600 to support your community, and you get to keep $11,200. And on your platinum, you keep $35,000 because you're constantly plugging that $5,000 back into the community, back into the people that supported you and are coming on this beautiful abundance journey with you. So your first cycle through all the boards, because you're using to go up and perpetually, you will receive $42,700. And your perpetual cycle through all 4 boards, you will be receiving $49,700. Remember, you join by sending an unconditional gift of $100 to the legend and only the legend of the board you join. You invite 2 like-minded, like-hearted people to follow you on your journey. And I would suggest that every time you get to bronze and you're in a builder position, you invite 2 more. You encourage your 2 invitees to build their 2x2, which will ensure movement of the boards. You join the boards sequentially. So from a $100 board, when you get your first 4 gifts, go to the $400 board. When you get your first 4 gifts on the $400 board, go to the $1,600 board. When you get those first 4 gifts, join the $5,000. Make sure that you join all the boards and you join wherever the system places you, because that is where you are required now. And we're all a team, we're a global community, and it's really important we go perpetually and we join the next board. Remember, you cannot advance to the next board without your 2 confirmed invitees, and it is essential to join the perpetual cycle of every board so that you are supporting the team and the family and the community that you have built with all the love that you shared from your heart. Remember, we've got a user-friendly website, and there is an Academy tab where you will discover everything you need to know. We have an incredible A to Z document, so please make sure to read through it. Anything and everything you need to know about GL is there. We have an innovative algorithm, which is just a pure set of rules that will ensure sustainable movement of the boards. But in order to make the algorithm work, we have to work too. The algorithm will only kick in when we are giving it something to work with. We are a worldwide community and have participants in over 100 countries. We have a volunteer support team that provide assistance to the Gift of Legacy community in their own time. And we have cross-pollination. When it's time to join a board, if your inviters board is full, you go to another board, you meet people from all over the world, and your team will follow you wherever you go. Fast tracking. We allow that when you get your first 4 gifts, you can color your world faster by placing you on the next board without having to receive all 8 gifts. Remember, on your bronze board, once you have received your first 4 gifts, you can fast track to the silver board. On the silver board, when you have received your first 4 gifts, you can fast track to the gold board. And on the gold board, when you have received your first 4 gifts, you can fast track to platinum. And all that is required is that you have your 2 active invitees, and there is a 1-hour wait after your gift is confirmed. Remember, no promoting on social media. We have to keep our community like-minded, and social media attracts the wrong kind of people because we are not sharing from our hearts. Don't fill spaces with positions that aren't going to bring more people, because you will be stuck. So remember, 2x2x2 guideline. Be the messenger and not the message. We have a beautiful amount of training, so you can just invite people to watch a live or recorded presentation, or even better, share this video with them. Remember that training is available. We have Linktree, we have a YouTube channel. There is so much information on our beautiful sacred economy out there. Please note, it is important that, like in life, there are no guarantees. The success or failure of any participant will really depend on your willingness to participate, engage, and follow the guidelines of Gift of Legacy. It remains an individual participant's responsibility to ensure compliance with the tax laws in your country. All you need to do is Google donations tax in my country and you will find out more. Remember, Gift of Legacy is decentralized. We have no third-party affiliation, ownership, or partnership. And if you are joining Gift of Legacy via a third-party system, you do so at your own risk. Gift of Legacy is not responsible if you are not doing your due diligence, because like we've said, this is 100% peer-to-peer. No funds ever get paid to a platform. You are gifting an unconditional gift from your heart to a stranger that is a legend on your board. Please make sure to join the official Telegram channel and our groups for regular updates from our leaders. There are many worldwide languages available. Remember to subscribe to the official Gift of Legacy channel for presentations and trainings, and join the official Gift of Legacy Zoom meetings with presentations and trainings. We have worldwide languages available on relevant groups as well. And thank you so much for joining us. If you would like to know more, please make sure to contact the person who invited you that shared this from their heart, gave you a sacred invitation so that we can color your world and show you what abundance really feels like.